I'm now in the 2005 350Z. This was the resurgence of the Z name. When the 300ZX was out, it had a lot of competition. When the 350 came out, it was by itself.
Like Microsoft sells software. Get it on sale, just get it out there. It doesn't matter if it's finished or not. We'll improve it as we go. And that's exactly what Nissan has done. Over the years of this car, the engine has gained more power, the brakes have gotten better, the handling has improved.
It's a good return to, hey, we're going to make a sports car. But there's not really a wow factor here. When it comes to the styling, from the moment 350 was introduced, I always thought the 300's better looking. I still feel that way.
The 350 is kind of a mixture between some of the previous history and some new styling going forward. Kind of a blunt instrument from the front. This was not really something seen before, and so initially I thought it looked good. You look at the rear of the car, I think it looks like you accidentally dropped your scoop of ice cream on hot pavement. It's all melted and runny and just not a pretty resolution back there.
The classic profile that says sports car, it's here. Some hints of both the 300 and the 240Z are here. But at the end of the day, it's a sports car shape, in the same way that a cab and a bed is a pickup shape.
When I first saw the 350 and looked in the window, I gotta say I was thoroughly disappointed.
You have to decide you want the 350Z in spite of the interior, because you're never going to choose it because of the interior. Somehow, of these three Z cars, it's the 350 that wound up with the interior from the 1980s.
It's one of those interiors I feel like you could just hose out after you're done. Take a look at the door panel, for instance. It's a giant cow pasture of plastic. I can't stand the door. There's no surface breakup. There's no interesting texture. It's just, we ordered some door.
Now, one place I must really give the 350 credit is visibility. This actually has the best visibility of all three Z cars.
Now, when I sat down in the car, the seats grabbed my kidneys right in the sweet spot, so I knew that this car has some sporting intentions, maybe more than I thought they did. The entire instrument cluster moves with the steering wheel. The secondary gauges on the top of the instrument panel are angled towards me. It's the shifter. It's got really short throws. And I also noticed the drilled pedals, so that's kind of a racing touch. I can't say it's really comfortable in the 350, but it does get more businesslike the faster you drive. All you're left with is just smooth carving through these corners. You're in control of it. The handling is really sharp.
I'm more insulated than I was in both the 300 and especially the 370. I'm the guy that kind of likes to be driving right along that ragged edge. I want to be able to feel where the car is going to break loose. I don't know where that is in this car. And as a result, I'm having a little bit less fun.
Out of the three cars, the 350 is the most go-kart-like in feel. That's good and bad.
Now somehow, Paul has described the handling in the 350 as less precise, but yet more fun. That's like saying, well, you know, she's not pretty, but she's more attractive.
You know, the power's not bad, but that's the problem. I want this car to really surprise and delight me more than it does.
The power lacks the brute force of the 300 on turbo or the 370 all the time. But there's plenty of grunt here, and like the 300, there's a lot of aftermarket opportunity.
The engine actually sounds pretty nice, but you really got to bring it out. A, get some power out of it, and B, get any kind of pleasant sound out of this car.
This exhaust note on the 350 is actually the most pleasing of all of these cars stock.
And I'd say, just go have fun with this, but to own this car every day, I just think I'd get bored of it really quickly.
That it's just a solid, competent sports car. It's not mind-blowing in any direction, but it's competent throughout.